Hello, hello, hello. Hello. I didn't even do anything. You guys shut me off. Hello. Nothing. Hello, 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 hello. Hello? Hello, hello. It was working before. Oh, it barely. Hello, hello. Yeah. Hello, hello. Oh, so you have. Gotcha. All right, we just need everybody down there to be able to hear me. So, okay. Thank you. Looks like 11 minutes before we start. Want to get a couple things out of the way. First, we have merch in the corner. So if you want anything that's got Wilkes-Barre Scranton roller derby on it, we've got it back there. All kinds of fun stuff. You definitely want to come out, show our support. We also have our derby squares tonight. It's going to work just like one of those Super Bowl pools. At the end of the half and at the end of the game, for both games tonight, if your square has the winning numbers, you'll win. I think they're doing it 50-50 style. So as we get more money, the prizes go up. So bet early, bet often. If you have questions, just wave. They'll come over and they will explain everything to you. This is our Halloween scrimmage. Legends of the Hidden Temple is our theme tonight, and we're going to have a great deal of fun. What we've got going on, as always, is the only sport in the world that combines NASCAR and full contact karate. Anyone ever not been to Derby at all? First timers, never, never. I've got some. Okay, so we're going to give you a crash course. First off, you guys, luckily we're smart. This first row is our crash zone. As you can see, they can come by here really, really, really fast. Sometimes they get out of control and things go flying. And usually the first row will slow them down. So when they get to the second row, they're going much slower. They don't normally get past the fourth row. So anyway, crash zone right up here. Things are going to happen right in front of your face. So that's going to be fun. What you want to do as someone who has never watched the sport before, they play offense and defense at the same time. You'll be looking for the special helmet cover. They have a star on them usually. It may be a little bit different because tonight's a special night, but usually a star of the color of the team. So there'll be a purple one, there'll be an orange one tonight. That person is the scoring person for the team. That person is the jammer. There are jammers and there are blockers. What happens is when that jammer gets free and makes it past the initial blockers, every time they pass them on the track, they get 1 point for every member of the other team that they pass. So they whip around that track. Every member of the team that they pass, they get points every time. A play we call a jam. They go 2 minutes unless the lead jammer, and that's the person who breaks through first, can call it off, and there are strategic reasons for that. You'll see as we're going through. A lot of times you'll stop it because you're having a problem getting through the blockers, or you're noticing that the other team is going to make points. Call off the jam, stop them from making points, start it all over again. But most importantly, watch for the hat. Those are our scorers. I will announce the name and number of the jammers at the beginning of every jam so that you'll know who they are and you'll see them going around. I'll try my best to keep you apprised of the situation. We've got our scoreboard right up there so you can see where your favorite team is. And remember, they do this out of love of the sport, and they love when you love them. So when things happen, we definitely want to hear you. Mandatory participation. Still got a bunch of time left. In addition to our merch in the corner and our Derby Squares, we have Pepper's Corner over here where we have all of our snacks. There's hot dogs, there's baked goods, there's all kinds of stuff over there. Walking tacos, and I see that it looks like Electric City Cider is setting up. So as soon as they have their stuff in order, you'll be able to grab yourself a cider as well. Once they're beyond the stage of setting up their table, ask them what flavors they have tonight. Lots of stuff's going to happen tonight. Sometimes there's a timeout. Sometimes there's an injury. When we do that, there's a timeout. One of the officials will tell you that there's a timeout. We'll all hang out, listen to our music, and you can visit for a timeout over to the snack bar. Our restroom is outside if you need that. So in just about 5 minutes, we're going to get ready with our announcements. And the announcements are going to include our introductions. So hold on to your hats. Hopefully you guys have a lot of Halloween fun. It's going to be a great night. We have two bouts for you. One starting now almost in 5 minutes. And then a later bout starting at 7. mixing games. I'm going to do NSOs and officials first, so they're not an afterthought.
Whatever you want to do.
So just wave, something like that. By the way, awesome name.
Oh, thank you.
I'm looking through the names.
Happy to have an announcer who knows Cthulhu and knows how to say it. Because the amount of times I get kitty Cthulhu.
I'll also announce that,
I was like, oh my God!
I'll announce at halftime you'll be going up there to talk to them about our Lord and Savior.
Thank you.
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm good. I was wondering if you could potentially, at some point, tell people about our raffle.
Raffle for...
It's like football squares.
Yes, we've gone through it again, and I'll do it like 10 times.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yes. They may waive, because I'm going to give them a very broad overview of how you do it.
Yeah,
So they may waive to you and then call you over to get the
Yeah,
actual
that's
item.
perfect.
All right, no problem. All right, that's 10 seconds to Derby time, which means we're just about ready for our introductions. So once again, good evening and welcome to our Halloween extravaganza. Legends of the Hidden Temple is our theme for the tonight. And we've got the Purple Parrots going against the Orange Iguanas. I am Thomas Shredison, and I will be your announcer for this evening. And we're going to start off with our introductions of our non-skating officials. They are mostly down in the back corner. We want to hear it for everybody. They put in their time. They're here day in, day out. Let them hear the love. Starting out, our non-skating officials. We got Pillows, Kitty Cthulhu, Swoletariat, Furby, Deadliest Snatch, Black Mamba, Ginger Snapped, Taste the Painbow, Daddy Money, Rainbow, Squid is here, Rose, and Slider, Pissy Chrissy, Thalavision, Chloe and Hannah, and REMT Sassanova. And now for the teams, we'll start with the Purple Parrots. For the Purple Parrots, starting at number 1066, Aeon Fox. Number 138, Hirschners. 1826 is Amy's on. Number 19, Cluster Fox. I'll be careful with that one. Number 21, Hustler. 311 is Beautiful Disaster. 403, Jelly. Number 534, Siren Maiden. 555 is Cosmic Surge. Number 615, Indecision. 619 is Slashley. 627, Sig Vicious. 666 is Lollyrot. Number 68, Jinx. Number 714 is Your Mom. Number 75, Zombie. Number 77 is Hard Knocks Fox. 79 is Kill 'em Ripley. Number 789, Eat It. And 8675, Brioche. Those are your Purple Parrots. Give them a hand. And going head to head with the Purple Parrots tonight, we've got the Orange Iguanas. Starting out with number 04, Poison Ash. 1701 is Faith No More. Number 18, Wilson. 1920 is Brawly Pop. 1942 is Renee Palm. 203, Alexander Slamilton. Number 23 is Lorna Doom. Number 24 is Jalapeno. 253 is Fury. Number 27, Sylvia Wrath. 29 is Steph Leopard. Number 62, Alley Cat. 71 is Shreddy Mercury. Number 762, Mighty Mouth. Number 78, Mazzy Scar. 809 is Hot Dog. And number 826 is Heinrich Maneuver. Those are Orange Iguanas. So we are ready. It is time for the Derby. Purple Parrots versus Orange Iguanas. In our Halloween match, remember to steer clear of the crash zone unless you want to be part of the accident. Starting out our bout tonight, we're looking for our first set of jammers. And in the orange, number 29, Steph Leopard, the jammer for the Iguanas. And number 666, Lollyrot, the jammer for the Purple Parrots. That starts the jam, and with a very quick move to the inside, Steph Leopard is our lead jammer. Remember, the lead jammer can not only score points, but the lead jammer can call off this play at any time. 666 Lollyrot stuck at the back of the pack. Steph Leopard putting up the first points of the match. Lollyrot is through, but Steph Leopard calls off the jam, putting some unanswered points on the board. Orange Iguanas out to an early lead, 7-0 over the Parrots. Our next set of jammers, number 4, Poison Ash in orange, and number 68, Jinx in purple. Outside, inside, and then a run toward the corner. Poison Ash is the lead jammer. Jinx right behind, picking up speed and picking up the pace. Jinx makes it through the pack, putting some points on the board for the Parrots. Ash gets through and calls the jam. Our next set of Halloween jammers in purple. Number 138, Hirschners, and in the orange, number 18, Wilson. A crash right near the stands, but Wilson gets up to be the lead jammer. Hirschners also threw the pack around the far corner, catching up. Wilson gets through the pack and calls off the jam. Our next set of jammers in orange, number 1701, Faith No More. And in purple, number 619, Slashley. Tiptoeing over the inside near corner, and Slashley is the lead jammer. Faith No More is broken through the pack as well, and it is gaining. And that jam is called off. Our next set of jammers in purple, number 68, Jinx. And in orange, number 29, Steph Leopard. That got real physical, pounding back and forth, but Jinx is through and is the lead jammer. There's been a pass. Oh, no, not a pass. The Leopard is loose. Jinx makes it through the pack and calls off the jam before Steph Leopard can score any more points. Our next set of jammers, number 04, Poison Ash in orange. And number 19, Cluster Fox. Ash is free, and Cluster Fox right behind. Oh! Ash does a hop over the inside corner, putting some points up, and calls off the jam. Next jammer is on the line, number 627, Sig Vicious in purple. And number 18, Wilson in orange. Oh, there was a penalty. Sig Vicious is the jammer in purple, but there was a penalty against Ash in the last jam, and Ash is in the naughty corner. just like in hockey. When you break the rules, you go to the penalty box or the naughty corner down on the far side. So now 2 orange iguanas in the box. Poison Ash is now free, while Sig Vicious makes it through the pack and is on the scoring run. Ash through the pack again. And that jam is called off. New jammers on the line. In orange, number 1701, Faith No More. And in purple, number 619, Slashley. And Slashley breaks through in the near corner, is the lead jammer. Faith looking for light and can't get through the blockers. Slashley had one to beat and got knocked down. There's been a pass. Steph Leopard now has the jammer's cap. And that jam is called off. Remember, all night tonight, we have our Super Bowl style Derby squares where you can buy a square. And at the end of the half and at the end of the game for both matches tonight, we're going to see who wins via the numbers, and you win 50-50 style. Number 23, Lorna Doom, is our jammer in orange. And number 789, Eat It, is our jammer in purple. Big crash at the near corner. Eat It is sent to the penalty box, taking the jammer off the track. While Steph Leopard is still trying to get out, keeps getting knocked out. Sorry, Lorna Doom, not Steph Leopard. Keeps getting knocked out of bounds. There is a pass. The jammer's cap, also known as the panty, has been passed to number 809, Hot Dog. Hot Dog looking to try and get through the pack and score some points before Eat It is out of the penalty box. Hot Dog nearly made it through, was pushed out of bounds, and had to go back. Eat It is now through. Lots of crashing and bashing, and Eat It is through again, putting some points on the board, while Hot Dog is looking for a way through the blockers. Very physical up front, but Eat It makes it through again, putting more points on the board for the Parrots. And that jam makes it all the way to time. Our next jammer is on the line. In purple, number 68, Jinx. And in orange, number 18, Wilson. And for the first time this evening, the Purple Parrots have a slim lead over the Orange Iguanas. Lots of crashing and bashing. Wilson and Jinx both through. It looks like it's Jinx who's the lead jammer. Too close for me to see. Big tie up. And Wilson is sent to the naughty corner. Jinx knocked down and out of bounds in the far corner down here. And Jinx calls off the jam. Big total is 2 points scored during that jam. Purple Parrots retain their lead now 29-25. Next jammer in purple, number 138, Hearst Nurse. Wilson remains the orange jammer in the penalty box. Giant move to the outside, and Hearst Nurse is immediately through the pack. Wilson is now on the track and approaching the pack. Oh, Wilson gets through the pack. And Hearst Nurse calls off the jam. Our next set of jammers on the line, number 619 in purple, Slashley. And number 4 in orange, Poison Ash. Poison Ash moves from the outside to the inside, beats all the blockers, and is our lead jammer. Slashley looking for a way through, might be looking to pass. But Poison Ash is through again. Steph Leopard from the Iguanas sent to the penalty box. And that jam is called. Neck and neck. Iguanas now on top, 33-32 over the Parrots. With our next set of jammers, number 1701, Faith No More, and 789, Eat It. Both jammers looking for a light. Can't make it through the blockers. Eat It. Stays on skates around the outside and is the lead jammer. Steph Leopard comes off the penalty box, gets the pass, and is now the jammer. The Leopard is loose and coming up on the pack, where it gets called off. One point between them halfway through this first half. Our next set of jammers in purple, 138, Hearst Nurse. And in orange, number 18, Wilson. Almost made it around the far corner. Hearst Nurse was knocked to the ground, still fighting to get through. Wilson knocked out of bounds, had to move back and start again. but Hearst Nurse is through. Big leap. Wilson knocked out of bounds, while Hearst Nurse makes it through on the inside and is still putting up points as our lead jammer. Big and physical down here in the far corner. Hearst Nurse finds no way through and calls off the jam. Purple Parrots pushing away. And the next jammer for Purple, 627 Sig Vicious. Up against the orange number 4, Poison Ash. Ash with a spin move on the inside is the lead jammer. Sig Vicious also makes it through on the inside at the near corner. And that jam is called off. Our next two jammers, number 29, Steph Leopard in orange, and number 68, Jinx in purple. Just under 12 minutes before we have our first winner in the Derby Squares. So you have plenty of time to get your numbers in. If you don't understand how to play, just wave your hands. They'll come over and explain it to you. Jinx right through the center, pushing, and is the lead jammer. The Leopard is loose. Both jammers moving at speed, hit, and Leopard gets through. Jinx calls the jam. Neck and neck and neck. Purple Parrots now 43. Orange Iguanas 42. If you were playing Derby Squares, that would be purple 3 and orange 2. If you had that square, you would have just won. Our new jammers, number 1701, Faith No More in orange, and 619 Slashley in purple. Big crashes, but Faith No More is the lead jammer. Penalty sends Slashley to the naughty corner, while Faith No More gets some unanswered points. That jam is called while Slashley is still in the penalty box. Slashley remains the jammer for the Purple Parrots. New jammer in orange, number 4, Poison Ash. From one quarter to another, but Ash was knocked out of bounds, had to go back into the pack. Slashley is now free. Along with Fury, all skaters now on the track. Jalapeno now off the track in the penalty box. Both jammers trying to find a way through. Slashley makes it. Big crashes up front, and the jam gets called off. New jammers on the line in orange. Number 29, Steph Leopard, and in purple, 68, Jinx. Pushing, 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 and Jinx looking for a way through. Does break through as the lead jammer. Leopard weaving through the pack and is through. Jinx makes another scoring run with Leopard right behind. Both jammers heading around to the back of the pack. Blockers ready. Jinx makes it through and calls the jam off. Slight lead for the Orange Iguanas. 56 to the Purple Parrots, 51. New jammers on the line. Number 627 in purple, Sig Vicious. And number 18 in orange, Wilson. Pushing and shoving, pushing the whole blocking pack. Both jammers trying to find their way through and around. And Wilson is the lead jammer. Sig Vicious also through the pack. Wilson sticks through part of the pack, calls off the jam. Widening the lead for the Orange Iguanas, but still very, very close. Jammers for this next jam. 1701, Faith No More in orange. And in purple, 789, Eat It. Both jammers can't find a way through the blockers. Just dead stopped. Oh, with a little move to the inside. Eat It is now the jammer who's in the lead. Bunch of whistles and a crash in the far corner. And that jam is called off. Faith No More was called for a track cut and is now in the penalty box. So we're going to start this jam with one jammer, and that will be number 619 in purple, Slashley. Slashley uses blockers and gets through. Is our lead jammer. Slashley in a nice position to get through and pick up some of those points. Slashley knocked out of bounds, had to go back. And Faith No More also on the track. So 2 jammers right now. Oh, Slashley makes it through. Faith No More looking to make a pass. Number 24, Jalapeno, now has the jammer's cap for the Iguanas. As Slashley is headed up on the pack again. Jalapeno at the back of the pack. And it's too late for Jalapeno. Our next jammers. In purple, number 627, Sig Vicious. At number 23 in orange, Lorna Doom. Doom knocked to the outside, has to go back. Sig Vicious is through as the lead jammer. Parrots have a slim lead. There's been a pass. Number 826, Heinrich Maneuver, got the pass, but too late. The jam was called off. Next jammer is on the line. 138, Hearst Nurse in purple. And number 18, Wilson in orange. Oh, quick move to the outside. Puts Hearst Nurse as the lead jammer. Wilson moved to the inside and is right behind. Only 2 points between these two teams. 30 seconds left. Hearst Nurse makes it through, is making the signal to call the jam. Whew, and that called that jam. If the jam starts before the end of the half, we'll let it go. Number 4 in orange, Poison Ash, and 789 in purple. But that's it. Are they calling it or are they going to let it go? All right, looks like they did not get the jam started before the end of the half. So, at the end of the first half of our first bout, we've got the Purple Parrots 67 and the Orange Iguanas 61. So if you played our Derby Squares game and you have the Parrots number 7 and the Iguanas number 1, you just won some money. If you did not, and you want to play once again for the end of the half, you can certainly wave our team down. They've got this big eraser board with the boxes on it. Just yell at them. Say, hey, come on over here. I want to give you my money. Everybody wants money. All right, we've got now just over 13 minutes left in our half, which gives you plenty of time to go and visit our merch corner. Get yourself some Derby merchandise. You can go over here to Pepper's Corner, get yourself a walking taco. We've got hot dogs. We've got a whole bunch of baked goods. And Electric City Cider is here. Electric City Cider with their delicious ciders over in the corner. What do we got? What do we got? Crisp and blueberry ginger.
The crisp is the horse pounder, and the blueberry ginger is the Blue Devil.
Okay.
We rebranded,
Okay,
and we're
all right.
calling them what they actually are now instead of confusion. But
Okay.
so crisp and blueberry ginger.
Crisp and blueberry ginger.
Yeah. Crisp is the Well, yeah.
I was there last week. All right, we've got crisp cider and blueberry ginger cider. If you are a ginger fan like I am, you want to try the blueberry ginger. Super delicious. And the crisp is their sweet apple cider. right, looks like we're at the 2-minute warning. We got 2 minutes before we're back in action. 2 minutes is a lot of time. You can certainly get your Derby Square. Remember, if you had Derby Square 7 for the Parrots and 1 for the Iguanas in the first half, you would have won cash money in your hand. You also have time to hit up our refreshments area, which includes foods, beverages, and Electric City cider. We've got crisp and blueberry ginger over there. Get yourself some cider. We're coming down to it. We're going to get back into the action for our first bout, which are the advanced players. And then after our first match, we're going to have the second part of our doubleheader. I see new people in the crowd. I've got 1 minute. Crash course for everybody here who's never seen a Derby match before. You're going to see jammers. They have a star on their helmet. They start at the back corner. They have to fight their way through the blockers, playing offense and defense at the same time, blocking for their jammer and also trying to block the other jammer. Once a jammer gets through, they are live and they can score points. Every time after that they pass a player from the opposing team, they get 1 point per player. So that's 5 every time they go around if they also pass the jammer. So that's why the scores can get very, very high. And when you've got teams that are very close, like our teams are now, they get a very, very close match, and it can go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So that is Derby in a nutshell. Also, you'll see people who are swinging backwards to get back. If you get knocked out of bounds here, you have to go back behind the person who knocked you out of bounds. Since we don't have a bank track like they did in the 70s and someone just goes flying into the stands. So here we are. It's time for Derby. In orange, we've got number 18, Wilson, for the Orange Iguanas. And we got 666 Lollyrot as the jammer in purple. Oh, sweet move to the outside, and Lollyrot breezes through to be the first lead jammer. Wilson looking to find a way through the blockers. Makes it around the outside. And Lollyrot calls the jam. Our next jammer is on the line in purple, number 627, Sig Vicious, and 1701, Faith No More in orange. Crashing and bashing, but the blockers are holding. Neither jammer has made it through the pack. This is exactly the time where they crash into that first row, so be ready. Faith No More knocked out of bounds, had to go back. Still, the pack slowly moving around the track, trying to get free. Both jammers just can't seem to find a way. The blockers for this jam have become a wall. Trying to make a move. Sig's got one to beat, and Sig is through. Sig Vicious, the lead jammer. Pushing and shoving going on back here in the far corner. Sig Vicious trying to find a way through. Faith No More stuck behind every blocker that the Parrots have. But Sig Vicious is through, putting some points on the board. And that's the end of the jam. Our next jammers in orange, number 4, Poison Ash. And in purple, numbers 7, 8, 9, Eat It. Oh, burning a hole straight up the middle. Poison Ash is the lead jammer. There has been a pass. Poison Ash is through the pack again. Ash is through again. Looks like Eat It is in the penalty box, while Poison Ash is trying to put up more points, and does. Poison Ash into the block again, through the blockers. Eat It is through. Shreddy Mercury sent to the penalty box. Eat It tiptoes on the inside of the far corner to get through the pack. Poison Ash with one blocker to beat, getting through and calling off the jam. Big swinging points in one jam, and now the Orange Iguanas are on top, 81-79. And that's a timeout. Looks like an official's timeout. So you know what that means? You've got plenty of time to sing along with the music. You could dance in your seat. You can stand up and dance. Or maybe you want to wave to our people who are doing derby squares and buy yourself a square, because you've got 24 minutes, 29 seconds to the next cash winner. You can get yourself a snack or an Electric City cider. They've got blueberry ginger and crisp apple. Seems there's a little bit of horseplay on the track. Tomfoolery. Looks like we're ready. Number 619, Slashley in purple, will be the next jammer. And number 29, Steph Leopard in orange. 2 points separate the teams. From the middle to the inside. And Steph Leopard is through as the lead jammer with Slashley right behind. Shreddy Mercury entering the track, and Herstner sent into the penalty box. The Leopard is loose again through the pack, putting points up for the Iguanas. Slashley with a move to the inside, collides with Leopard. Both are free and through the pack coming around. Oh, the Leopard is sent to the penalty box, leaving Slashley alone on the track to bring up some points. Cosmic Surge from the Parrots also sent to the penalty box. Slashley through the pack again, catching up to the Iguanas. Slashley still looking to beat them. Outside and then a move to the inside. Through the pack again. All skaters now on the track. Slashley coming up on the pack, but Steph Leopard right there hops the inside corner. And Steph Leopard getting more points. Slashley right behind, also through the pack. Oh, and that jam goes all the way to time. The Parrots had come from behind, but once Steph Leopard got back on the track, brought them back up, leading now by 2 for the Iguanas. Next on the line in this super close match, number 666 in purple, Lalirat, and number 18 in the orange, Wilson. Up the inside, Lalirat is the lead jammer. Wilson caught up, trying to get through the blockers. Wilson gets past Cluster Fox, but Lalirat calls off the jam. Our next set of jammers, number 1701 in orange, Faith No More. And in purple, number 75, Zombabe. First jamming of the night for Zombabe. Spin move to the inside, gets through, and Zombabe is the lead jammer. Big crash right there at the near corner. Are you guys starting to rethink your seats right up front? Zombabe did something naughty and is now in the naughty corner. Faith No More still on the track, trying to pick up some points for the Orange Iguanas. Oh, makes it with a slide around the inside and is through the pack. It's a tie, all tied up at 101. Zombabe back on the track, makes a move to the outside, beats the last blocker, gets through. Faith No More stuck between the blockers in the far corner. Zombabe swinging through, using blockers to get through the pack. Comes through with a spin move, goes backwards. More points for the Parrots. A straight push through the center, and that lets Zombabe through again. More points, more points. Faith No More passed off to number 826. That's Heinrich maneuver. Now the jammer in orange. Zombabe slips through to the inside, putting more points up. And that's the end of the jam. Purple Parrots putting up a bunch of points during that jam. Next set of jammers, number 4, Poison Ash in orange, and number 7, 8, 9, Eat It in purple. Poison Ash straight through the center. Ash is the lead jammer. Eat It looking for a way through, looking for a place to pass, looking for anything as Poison Ash makes it through the pack again. Poison Ash slips through almost untouched. We've got a pass. Number 77's Hard Knocks Fox is now the jammer for the Parrots. And that jam is called off. Iguanas close most of the gap, now only behind by 2. New jammer in purple, number 19, Cluster Fox. And number 29, Steph Leopard in orange for the Iguanas. One more to beat. And Steph Leopard is through as the lead jammer. Cluster Fox also through the pack. Both jammers now held up. And the jam gets called. Just over 16 minutes remaining. Our next set of jammers in purple, number 666, Lollyrot. And number 18 in orange, Wilson. Lollyrot to the inside is the lead jammer. Lots of tires screeching, but Wilson makes a move to the inside to get past the blockers and is on a scoring lap. Lollyrot gets through and calls off the jam. We've got 2 more jammers on the line. Number 4 in orange, Poison Ash. And number 75, Zombabe in purple. Straight through, a little move on the inside. And Poison Ash is out in front. Zombabe right behind. The pack is moving quickly. Poison Ash makes it through, and they call off the jam. Our next jammer is 627, Sig Vicious, and 1701, Faith No More for orange. Oh, slip to the middle. And Faith No More is the lead jammer. Sig Vicious also through the pack. Oh, big hit in the near corner. And Faith saying no more, calling off the jam. Number 23 in orange, Lorna Doom, our next jammer. And in purple, 619 Slashley. All right, we've got Slashley as the lead jammer. Heinrich Maneuver sent to the penalty box, and Lorna Doom is also through the pack. Jam gets called right after Slashley slips through. And we've got a fall. Timeout. All right. We've got a timeout. Really close game. 12 minutes, 43 seconds left. Purple Parrots 129. Orange Iguanas only down by 8 at 121. You still have plenty of time to go get some merch, to get yourself a snack, to get yourself an Electric City slider, or to get yourself one of our Derby squares. 12 minutes, 43 seconds before the next winner. Will it be you? Whistles, whistles, whistles. All right, we've got number 79 in purple, Killam Ripley, as our new jammer. Number 4, Poison Ash, returning for the Orange Iguanas. Tiptoeing along the outside, Killam Ripley. That's our lead jammer. Poison Ash still trying to find a way through the blockers. Ripley is through the pack again. Lollyrod called for a penalty, springing Poison Ash through. Oh, just untouched. Ripley makes it through the inside. Right at the end, Ash makes a jump, scoring some points, keeping it close. Our next set of jammers, in purple, number 68, Jinx. And in orange, number 18, Wilson. Pushing through. Our lead jammer was a little naughty and wound up in the penalty box. Lollyrod back on the track. We've had a pass. And it looks like number 403, Jelly, is now The jammer in purple slips through on the inside, putting some more Purple Parrots points. Wilson is back on the track. Pushing through at a dead run. Jelly makes it through the track, the blockers as well. Wilson pushing and makes a move to the inside, getting through with a little bit of points. Ooh, big spill in the far corner. Wilson had one to beat, then got help, then Wilson gets through. Jalapeno from the Iguanas sent to the penalty box. Wilson knocked out of bounds, trying to get back in scoring position. Boom! Big crash and the end of the jam. Fury and Jalapeno both in the penalty box for the Iguanas. Numbers advantage to the Parrots. 627, Sig Vicious, the new Parrots jammer. And number 23, Lorna Doom, the Iguanas jammer. Sig Vicious is through the pack and is the lead jammer. Jalapeno back on track. Lorna Doom through the pack. Vicious making a scoring run. And Fury now back on the track as well. Parrots doing a great job of sandwiching in Lorna Doom.
I like that joke. Just for me.
Sig Vicious also trying and not having any luck getting through the Iguana blockers. Aeon Fox trying to make a little block. Allowing Vicious to get through and then call the jam. Our next set of jammers in purple, 138, Hearst Nurse. And in orange, number 826, Heinrich Maneuver. Oh, and a dead run. Heinrich Maneuver. Uh-oh. Heinrich Maneuver did something bad and is sent to the penalty box. Hearst Nurse trying to find light. Got knocked out of bounds, coming back around, trying to get through the pack. Screeching and squealing, and Hearst Nurse gets through the pack. But again, at a dead run, Heinrich Maneuver off the penalty bench and on the track, coming right up behind Hearst Nurse. And that's the end of the jam. Next jammer is on the line in orange, number 4, Poison Ash. In purple, 619, Slashley for the Parrots. Parrots have opened up their lead, but with just over 5 minutes left, anything can still happen. Outside, inside, outside. And Slashley found a way through and is the lead jammer. Ash beats the last blocker and is also through the pack. And that ends that jam. 5 minutes left in the game. You still have time to get your derby boxes and win some cash. In purple, number 68, Jinx, the new jammer. And number 23 in orange, Lorna Doom, the jammer for the Iguanas. And Jinx is through. Lorna Doom went outside the lines and had to go back while Jinx gets through with some points. Widening the gap here late in the game. Nice block by Lollyrot, sends Jinx through on the inside. Lorna Doom can only watch from the penalty box as Jinx is looking at more points, more points. Our next jam, number 627, Sig Vicious for the Purple Parrots. Lorna Doom remains the jammer, sitting in the penalty box for the Orange Iguanas. 2:55 left in the game. Lorna Doom is on the track. Tiptoeing around the outside, Lorna Doom is the lead jammer. Boom, around the outside again. Doom putting up some much needed points here late in the game. Just over 2 minutes left. Do they have time to pull it off? Sig Vicious is through the pack and on a scoring run. And Doom calls it. New jammers on the line. Number 18 in orange, Wilson. And number 19 in purple, Cluster Fox. Wilson comes through as the lead jammer just when the Iguanas need it. Cluster Fox gets through and is also on a scoring lap. Wilson rips through and calls the jam. Next jammer is on the line, 619 in purple, Slashley. And number 4, Poison Ash in in orange for the Iguanas. Slashley is through as the lead jammer. Oh, and there we go. Poison Ash has made it onto the scoring lap. Slashley puts more points on the board, widening the gap. 10 seconds. Slashley slips through on the inside. As regulation time ends, the jam will go until called. And that's it. Slashley calls the jam, and regulation time has ended.
I learned I can't rap. I don't like this guy.
You rather be mixing it up?
Yeah, because I want to talk and yell at them for doing stupid things.
Oh.
I'm like, you thought that was a good choice? Like, why?
All right, you're looking at our unofficial score. No, that's our final score. Purple Parrots 184, Orange Iguanas 153. So if you bought yourself a box in our Derby Squares and you have Parrots 4, Iguanas 3, you won cash money. If you didn't, you still have 2 more chances to win because we've got another match coming up. Another match will be coming up, and you'll get a chance at halftime and at a final score to win more money in Derby Squares. If you've already got all your Derby Squares boxes and you're looking for more things to do, we've got our merch tent. We still have snacks over in Pepper's Corner. And if you're thirsty, we've got Electric City Cider, both crisp apple, and we have the blueberry ginger. So what we're doing right now, as the teams congratulate each other, we're going to give away our most valuable skater awards, a blocker and a jammer for each team chosen by the opposing team. So as soon as I get those names, we'll be able to award those as well. And then it'll be countdown to bout number 2.
Sure. There we go. Let's not get killed in the process. Oh, you're not.
I don't want to be in y'all's way.
All right, we're ready for our most valuable skater awards. We'll start with the orange iguanas. Most valuable jammer for the iguanas. Number 04, Poison Ash. Come and get your award. Slight technical difficulties. All right, and our most valuable blocker for the orange iguanas. Number 504, Lone Ranger. And for the Purple Parrots, most valuable jammer, number 75, Zombie. And the Parrots' most valuable blocker, 714, your mom. Let's hear it for our MVPs. So now we're in a countdown to our second match of the night. 23 minutes and counting. So you've got plenty of time to get your merch, get your food, get your cider. Hit the restroom or buy one of our Derby squares.
Purple parrot on me. This way, little boy.
And we'll get back to the action in just 23
3,
minutes.
2, 1. Get excited. You did. Thank you.
Great job, everyone!
You did it.
Later,
just under 5 minutes until we start our second match of our Halloween spectacular. All right, some of the faces have changed. Anybody out here in Spectatorville who has never been to a Derby match does not know what to expect. All right, we got a couple. Here's a crash course for you. If you've never seen Derby before, it is the most excellent sport. It is the only sport in the world that combines NASCAR and full contact karate. So you're going to see all kinds of skating, running around, a lot of action. What you need to look for is at the beginning of every play, we call it a jam. Both teams play offense and defense at the same time. There's one player per team called a jammer that can score points. They will be wearing a star on their helmet. That person will change each play. Sometimes they can pass, but that's getting farther down the road. You'll hear me say it. But they'll start off one jammer per team. They have a star. They start in the back corner. And I will try not to poke anyone's eye out. They start back there. They have to get past the entire pack. There's one jammer, 4 blockers. The blockers are blocking for their jammer and against the other jammers. So they're offense and defense at the same time. So as soon as the jammers get through the pack and come back around, every time they pass a player from the other team, they get 1 point per player passed. So if you pass all the blockers and the jammer, you can get 5 points, or you can get 4 if you don't pass the jammer. That includes people in the penalty box, because we have penalties like hockey. So you step out of bounds, you hit someone with the elbow, do something nasty or naughty, they send you to the penalty box in the back corner. One other thing that you'll see a lot, or you'll hear me say, that someone got knocked out of bounds and had to go back. Because we don't play on a bank track like they did in the 70s and 80s and flip people right into the stands. If you step outside the lines, you have to go to the back. So you get blocked outside the lines, you get blocked, or you slip or you fall and you go outside the lines, you have to go back. And what the other team will do is they'll send someone back. You have to go all the way back. So that you'll see that happen a lot. But keep your eyes on the stars. Every time they pass through the pack, they're making points for their teams. Scores are up there. Often they'll have the name of the jammer up there. They may not, I don't think they have the number. So I will call out the name and number at the beginning of every jam. One other thing, whoever makes it through first as a jammer, they're the lead jammer. The lead jammer can stop it at any time. They'll do that for strategy. After they get through and score some points, they'll stop it before the other jammer gets through. Or they fall, or something happens, they can call it off for any reason. It's usually a strategic move. If that doesn't happen, it's 2 minutes per player jam. 30 minutes per half. We'll have an intermission at halftime. We've still got snacks. We've still got merch. All kinds of good stuff. There's cider over here as well. That's 90%. Get hurt all the time. They're blocking for you. We're doing this like a Super Bowl where if the first half ended in 0-0 and you had purple 0, red 0, you'd win money.
Anybody over here want
Dandy,
to buy
dandy, they, them from.
Handy dandy to them. So we're going to start off with our introductions. Pissy, we ready? All right, we're going to start with our introductions since they're right here in front of me. We're going to go with the Red Jaguars first.
Do we have theme music? I'm waiting for theme music.
All right. Tonight's bout is the Blue Barracudas versus the Red Jaguars. And to introduce the Red Jaguar team, I am Thomas Shredison, and here we go. Number 010, Amanda Hugginkill. Number 97, Pika Punchu. 1066 is Aeon Fox. Number 201 is Starlight Express. 716 is Punky Bruiser. And Punky Bruiser's fan club. Number 21, Hustler. 26 is Cherry Blossom. Number 610, Booty Garland. 64 is Kronk. Number 71, Shreddy Mercury. 714, Your Mom. Number 723, Sharkbait. 789, Handy Dandy. 812, Sandstorm. Number 9, Loose Speed. Number 97, Case Tequila. And our coaches for this team, Brawley Pop and Alexander Slamilton. Let's give it up for the Red Jaguars. All right. For the Blue Barracudas, we've got 007 Gremley. 138 Hearst Nurse. 1826 is Amy Zahn. 1942 is Renee Palm. Number 27, Sylvia Rath. 404 is Trisha Bite. Number 42, Nene. Number 522, Raystown Razor. Number 619, The Manhole Slashley. Sociopath is number 64. Number 71 is Disharmony Corrine. 78 is Mazzy Scar. 79, Kill'em Ripley. Number 809, Hot Dog. Number 826 is Heinrich Maneuver. 911 is Morgue. Number 96 is Flossie. Coaching is Wilson and Truffle. There's your Blue Barracudas. You've met the Red Jaguars. We're going to start up the Derby. Our officials tonight, as introduced in the early game, include Pillows, Kitty Cthulhu, Swoletariat, Pie, Slider, Black Mamba, Ginger, Taste the Painbow, Daddy Money, Busey, Deadliest Snatch, Sheevel, and our skating officials, Rude Boy, Lone Bone, Beautiful Disaster, Lollyrot, Hurt Vonnegut, Intrusive Thought, Crunch to Killa, Kodak Killa, and SPJ. It's Derby time, and our first jammers in blue, 911 Morgue, and in red, number 26, Cherry Blossom. Both jammers trying to find their way through. Cherry pushing the whole pack. Morgue slips away, moves to the outside, and goes down. Cherry is pushing. Cherry has made it through around the last blocker and is our lead jammer. There's been a pass, and the Blue Barracudas have passed to 809. Hot Dog. Hot Dog is now the jammer in blue. Hot Dog with a move on the outside has put some points on the board. Two skaters sitting in the penalty box as Hot Dog comes around to the pack again. Cherry still trying to find a way through. Hot Dog slips to the inside, putting more points on the board. And that ends the jam. Our next set of jammers. Number 404, Trisha Bite in blue. And number 9, Loose Speed in red for the Jaguars. Loose Speed, straight out, and is the lead jammer. Trisha Bite also through the pack. All skaters now back on the track. Loose Speed makes it through, and so does Trisha Bite, both putting points on the board. Loose Speed coming around to the back of the pack. Trisha Bite right behind. Speed tried to move to the inside, got knocked out of bounds, and then called the jam. Our next jammers in blue, number 71, Disharmony Corrine, and number 201. In red, Scarlight Express. The Express has got one more to beat. Down on one hand. Still fighting one last blocker. And Scarlight Express is the lead jammer. And that jam is called off. Our next jammers in blue, number 64, Sociopath. And in red, 666, Aeon Fox. Sorry, 1066, Aeon Fox. Sociopath knocked out of bounds. Coming back around. Big rumble up at the near turn. Jammers trying to make it through the blockers. Both looking for a way. Pack moving slowly around the track. As we get into the far corner, blockers just keeping everyone at bay. Sociopath around the outside of the far corner and is the lead jammer. Aeon Fox, one more to beat, knocks down the blocker and is on the scoring lap. Sociopath in the thick of things, but calls off the jam before Fox can come up from behind. Our next set of jammers in blue, number 79, Kill'em Ripley. And in red, number 26, Cherry Blossom. Oh, tiptoed around the outside, and Ripley is right out in front. Cherry Blossom pushing through and is on the scoring lap. Ripley through the pack once again and calls off the jam. New jammers in blue, number 71, Disharmony Corrine. And in red, number 201, Scarlight Express. Big pile up straight in the center. Both jammers just fighting tooth and nail. Scarlight makes it past a couple of blockers. Curry knocked out of bounds, has to go back. Disharmony Curry, now the lead jammer. Booty Garland got naughty and sent to the naughty corner, along with Scarlight Express. Red Jaguars down 2 skaters. Blue Barracuda's down a skater in the penalty box. Disharmony Corrine evades a block and is through. And that jam is over. The Jaguars jammer remains in the penalty box. New jammer in blue, number 809, Hot Dog. Hot Dog with a move to the outside, gets past the blockers and is on the scoring round. Booty Garland back on the track. Scarlight Express back on the track. Nene back on the track out of the penalty box. Scarlight Express is through the pack, putting some points up. And Hot Dog calls the jam. New jammers in red for the Jaguars, number 21, Hustler. And in blue, number 911, Morgue. Big pile up at the new turn. Hustler tries to go around the edge, then cuts inside. Morgue is getting mugged up there. Cannot get through the blockers. But Hustler is through as the lead jammer. There's been a pass. The manhole now has the jammer's cap. Hustler is behind. Hustler calls the jam before the manhole can score any points. Next jammer is on the line. In red, number 26, Cherry Blossom. And in blue, 404, Trisha Bite. Pile up in the pack already. Cherry trying to take advantage. But it's Trisha Bite that tips through on the inside to be the lead jammer. Cherry also through on the scoring lap. Trisha Bite through the pack once again, putting points on the board for the Barracudas. Cherry is through the pack as well, while Trisha Bite gets sent to the naughty corner. Red Jaguars now with an opportunity to add some points to the board and come up from behind. Up and down. Cherry Blossom past some of the blockers, one to beat. And Cherry Blossom is through with some points. Trisha Bite back on the track. They're running together. Big crash. Both jammers on the ground. Trisha Bite through the other side. Trisha Bite with one blocker to beat. And that's the end of the jam. Next set of jammers in blue for the Barracudas, 138 Hirschners. And in red for the Jaguars, number 201, Scarlight Express. And the Express to the outside. Gets right past the pack and is the lead jammer. Here comes the hearse through the pack and coming around. And the jam is called. Next jammers in blue, number 79, Killam Ripley. And in red for the Jaguars, number 9, Loose Speed. Both jammers going outside, inside, outside. Little bit of a pileup, but all skaters on their feet. And Loose Speed is the lead jammer. Ripley is through the pack as well. Loose Speed through the pack again. And the jam is called. Halfway through the first half, super close match with the Barracudas at 41 and the Jaguars only a couple behind at 39. Next set of jammers. Number 789, Handy Dandy in red for the Jaguars. And number 926. $8.26 in blue. Heinrich Maneuver is the jammer for the Barracudas. Heinrich Maneuver is through the pack, is the lead jammer. Heinrich through again. There's been a pass. The new red jammer is number 716, Punky Bruiser. But it won't matter. That jam is called. New jammers on the line. In red, number 610, Booty Garland. And in blue, number 64, Sociopath for the Barracudas. Timeout has been called. While we're waiting for this timeout, now's your chance. Go get some merch, get a snack, get yourself a nice cold cider. Or you can buy one of our Derby Squares. Still 2 chances to win in Derby Squares tonight. Or while we have a timeout like our skaters, you can dance. Don't be shy. Get on your feet and dance. We're back on the line. Number 610 in red, Booty Garland, the jammer for the Jaguars. And number 64, Sociopath for the Barracudas. Booty Garland knocked out of bounds, has to go back. Sociopath trying to smash through, goes down. Sociopath back on the floor again, knocked down by Chalkbait. Ooh, ah, ah. And that sends Chalkbait to the naughty corner. Booty Garland still trying to get up through the pack. Sociopath knocked out of bounds, goes back. Still fighting, both jammers trying to get through. Chalkbait back out of the penalty box. Ooh-ha. Big pile up down here in the far corner. Both jammers still trying to get through. Oh, Booty Garland, one to beat and goes down. But Booty Garland is out and free as the lead jammer. No. Booty Garland is going to the penalty box. And that's all for that jam. That one went to full time. 10 points between them. Blue Barracudas lead 49 to Red Jaguars 39. New jammers, number 71, Disharmony Corrine in blue. Booty Garland still the jammer for the Jaguars in the penalty box. Booty Garland is free and headed around. Booty Garland makes it through the pack. Is the lead jammer. Disharmony Corrine still trying to find a way. But Booty Garland goes around the inside, putting more points on the board for the Red Jaguars. Corey knocked out of bounds in the near corner. Has to go back. Barracudas with all their skaters back on the track. Up and down they go. That's Killam Ripley sent to the naughty corner. Around the inside, that's Booty Garland. More points. Disharmony Corrine trying to use blockers, still can't seem to find a way. And that ends the jam. Our new jammers, 826 Heinrich Maneuver. In blue for the Barracudas and in red for the Jaguars, number 201 Starlight Express. Taking the fast lane, Starlight Express is through with Heinrich Maneuver just behind. Starlight knocked down and that jam got called. It is over. Our next set of jammers in blue for the Barracudas. 809 Hot Dog. And in red, number 26 Cherry Blossom. Hot Dog gets through on the outside and is the lead jammer. Cherry gets through and is on the scoring lap. Hot Dog coming in at speed. Gets past the blocker and calls the jam. New jammers on the line. Number 911 Morg in blue. And number 9 Loose Speed in red. 5 minutes and change left in the half. Super close game with the Blue Barracudas 52 and the Red Jaguars 49. Jammers on the line. Loose Speed made a move to the outside, goes inside. One blocker to beat, and Loose Speed is the lead jammer. Morg fighting, goes down at the near corner, trying to find a way through. Loose Speed also stopped by the blockers, looking for a route. Speed knocked out of bounds. Had to go back. We've had a... Oh, Loose Speed is through. Putting some points on the board. We've had a pass. There is a new blue jammer. Number 96, Flossie, is the new jammer for the Barracudas. Loose Speed calls the jam and puts the Jaguars 1 point ahead. Just over 4 minutes left in the half. Our next set of jammers, 789 Handy Dandy in red for the Jaguars and 826 Heinrich Maneuver for the Barracudas. Tiptoeing through on the inside, and Heinrich Maneuver is the lead jammer. Lots of action up in the pack. But Heinrich Maneuver and handy dandy spring at the same time, with Heinrich calling the jam. Three minutes left in the half. In blue for the Barracudas, number 64, Sociopath. And in red, number 26, Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom called for track cutting, sent to the penalty box. Sociopath is through. Just over 2 minutes left. Sociopath putting points on the board for the Barracudas. That will probably give them the lead going into halftime. Sociopath back around, headed toward the near corner. Cherry is off the bench and on the track. Sociopath knocked out of bounds, has to go back as Hearst Nurse is sent to the naughty corner. Both jammers up in the near corner. Sociopath with one blocker to beat. That blocker gets help. Cherry tried to make it on the inside, got boxed out. Sociopath gets through. Sociopath calls the jam. Barracudas in the lead, less than a minute left in the half. If the jam starts, it will be allowed to continue until its end, even if time runs out. Number 79, Killam Ripley, in blue. But Cherry Blossom, the jammer in red, stuck in the penalty box. This jam starts. Ripley looking to open up the lead. At a dead run, comes around the inside corner at the near turn. Coming around the pack, trying to put some more points on the board. Big pile up. Looking for a way. Can't get through the blockers. Oh, there it is. There it is. Ripley makes it through. Cherry Blossom is out on the track and ripping through the pack. When this jam ends, this half ends. And Ripley calls the jam. That's intermission, folks. Still a very close game with one whole half to go. Blue Barracudas currently leading 70 to Red Jaguars 57. Looks like the scorekeeper's nest is the place to be. They know how to party up there. Nothing says you can't dance if you're down here in the seats. By the way, if you've got one of our Derby squares and you've got Barracudas 0, Jaguars 7, you just won some cash. Hey, for those people who are not partaking in any alcohol tonight, we have a mocktail Olmecs cider. Come on up and learn about it. $3 will get you an Olmecs cider. It's a mocktail, no alcohol in that one. But if you say to yourself, well, I would rather have some alcohol, we've got Electric City cider here as well. They're still pouring them out. You can get Electric City Crisp, which is their sweet one, or the Blueberry Ginger. And if you're a ginger fan like I am, that's a really good one. 5 minutes. 5 minutes before we get back to the action. And we get to the final half of our second game of our doubleheader. You still have time. We've still got stuff over at the merch corner and over in our snack corner. And there's plenty of Electric City cider. You know it. Do it. Thank you to all of you who actually did dance. All right, less than a minute before we get back to the action. Skaters and officials are all getting into position. In blue for the Barracudas, we've got number 79, Killam Ripley. And in red for the Jaguars, we've got 97, Pika Punchu. And Killam Ripley out in the lead as the lead jammer. First of the second half. But Pika Punchu also through the pack and on the scoring lap. And Ripley stops the jam. Our next set of jammers in blue, number 911 Morg. And number 716 in red, Punky Bruiser. Morg was naughty and is sent to the penalty box. And Punky Bruiser is through as the lead jammer. Opportunity for the Jaguars to make up some much needed points. And Bruiser is through. Punky Bruiser through the pack once again. And now Morg is loose. And Bruiser calls the jam. Bruiser picking up some points, closing the gap. Our next jammer is on the line, number 809 in blue, Hot Dog. And in red, number 26, Cherry Blossom. Oh, tiptoeing around the outside, almost untouched. Cherry Blossom is the lead jammer. Oh, there's been a pass. Looks like Heinrich Maneuver is the new jammer in blue. But Cherry calls off the jam. Next jammer's on the line in blue, number 79, Killam Ripley, and number 97, Pika Punchu. Pika Punchu punches through and is the lead jammer, but Ripley is right behind. Pika calls the jam. Our next jammers. Number 911 Morgan blue. And in the red for the Jaguars, number 201 Scarlight Express. Morg tiptoes through, has one to beat. Oh, but the Express catches the train on the inside. And the jam is called. Still super close. Our next set of jammers, number 404 in blue, Trisha Bite. And in red, number 9, Loose Speed. Loose Speed is free and away. No. Loose Speed is not freeing away. Loose Speed is in the naughty corner. Jaguars are stuck. No points right now. Trisha Bite making some headway against the blockers. Trisha Bite is through. Shreddy Mercury also in the naughty corner. Barracudas with a 2-skater advantage. Trisha Bite is out of bounds, has to come back in. And Loose Speed is back on the track and in the mix. Lots of rock'em sock'em action going on. Trisha Bite is through again. More points for the Barracudas. Loose Speed makes it through. Trying to keep the Jaguars close. There's been a pass, and now Hot Dog is the jammer for the Barracudas. And that ends the jam. Our next jammer is in blue, number 79, Killam Ripley. And in red, number 26, Cherry Blossom. Both skaters got knocked back, but then Cherry Blossom is through and is our lead jammer. Ripley finds the path on the inside at the far corner and is now on the scoring lap. Ripley blasts through, going right past the entire pack to put points on the board. Cherry stuck in the far corner. Cherry finds a way on the inside and is through the pack. Ripley's got one to beat. Oh, both down. Ripley makes it through the pack. Cherry looking to try and get through the blockers up at the near turn. Ripley hops the corner on the inside. Doesn't make it. Gets sent to the naughty box, and that's the end of the jam.
Silicon Valley? No, I'm not. There's an actor, I can't remember his name, but the guy in Tulsa King Brody, you look just like him. I saw you standing there, I was like, how did he show up here?
I need to look that up later now.
Number 716 in red, Punky Bruiser, is the jammer for the Jaguars and is through as the lead jammer, while Ripley remains in the penalty box for the Barracudas. Sharkbait makes it from the penalty box back onto the track. Funky Bruiser calls the jam. Next jammers on the line in blue, number 64, Sociopath for the Barracudas. And number 201, Scarlight Express for the Jaguars. Smashing and bashing all the way through. Sends Scarlight Express to the lead jammer position and Sociopath to the naughty corner. Jaguars with another opportunity to score some points and close the gap. Scarlight Express knocked out of bounds, has to go back into the fray, knocked out again. Sociopath out of the corner. Scarlight is through. Sociopath knocked out of bounds in the far corner. Has to go back. Scarlight coming up on the pack again. Trying to fight through along with Sociopath. Scarlight goes to the inside corner. Both make it through the pack. And the jam is called. Next jammer is number 71 in blue, Disharmony Kareen. And number 610 in red, Booty Garland. Jaguars trail by only 3. Big push and Ripley Heinrich maneuver makes a big block. And that springs Disharmony Kareen to be our lead jammer for the Barracudas. Booty Garland trying to find a way, makes a pass. Pass goes to number 21, Hustler, the new jammer, but it doesn't matter. New jammers on the line. Number 911 in blue, Morg. And number 26 in red, Cherry Blossom. Morg had one to beat. Slowed down enough to get the help, but Morg is through as the lead jammer. Cherry Blossom gets through the pack on the scoring lap. Morg makes a move, drops one blocker, but then calls the jam. Our next jammer's in red, number 9, Loose Speed. And in blue, number 809, Hot Dog. Loose Speed is loose. Speed is through as the lead jammer. Hot Dog looking to pass. Loose speed gets knocked out of bounds, has to go back. Hot Dog makes it, decides not to pass, and keeps the cap. But Lou calls the jam. Just under half the time left in the second half. 4 points only separate the two teams. Number 97, Pika Punch You for red. And in blue, 826, Heinrich Maneuver. Our new jammers. Pika Punch You straight into the blockers, pushing through. Heinrich tiptoeing to the outside, though, to be the first jammer and our lead jammer. Both jammers caught up for a while with the blockers, trying to get through the last in the pack. Pika Punch You's got one left. Here comes the hearse, but Pika Punch You is through. Heinrich gets through and calls the jam. New jammers on the line. In blue, 911, Morg. And in red, 716, Punky Bruiser. Morg trying to use blockers, but gets knocked out by Sharkbait. Punky Bruiser gets through and is the lead jammer. Punky Bruiser tried the inside corner, but got knocked out, had to go back. Morg was looking to pass, decided to keep the cap, and is the lead jammer. Punky Bruiser calls the jam. Next jammers on the line. In blue, 404, Trisha Bite. And in red, number 26, Cherry Blossom. Cherry gets knocked out of bounds, has to go back, but Trisha Bite sent to the naughty corner. Cherry is through and is the lead jammer, while Trisha Bite sits in the penalty box. Jaguars still behind by a few points. It could all change here. And Cherry Blossom is through. Much needed points on the board, bringing it down to a 2-point spread. Trisha Bite back on the track. Cherry Blossom trying to get past. Beats one left. Cherry Blossom is through the pack. Trisha Bite in the pack. And the jam is called. Jaguars made up the difference and now lead by 2. Back and forth we go. Next jammers in blue, number 71, Disharmony Kareen. and number 9, Loose Speed in red. Smashing, banging. Disharmony Kareen. Knocked out of bounds, had to go back. Loose Speed sent to the naughty corner. Kareen with an opportunity to take back the lead. Fighting and pushing back and forth. Using blockers. Corrine gets through. 1 to beat. Oh! Gets some time. More blockers in the way. Speed is loose. Corrine calls the jam. Just over 8 minutes to go. Barracudas 103, Jaguars 105. For the Jaguars, 6'10", Booty Garland. And for the Barracudas, number 911, Morg. Booty Garland goes to the outside, trying to get around the blockers. Still caught up at the near turn. Morg looking for space. But Sharkbait sent to the naughty corner. That may have been the difference. Now Morg is the lead jammer. Coming around, Jaguars have a 1 skater advantage. Punky Bruiser got the pass, was the jammer for the Jaguars, but that jam is called. Barracudas retake the lead. Barracuda's new jammer, number 64, Sociopath. In the red, number 201, is Scarlight Express. And Scarlight is in the lead. Sharkbait out of the corner and back on the track. All skaters on the track. Sociopath trying to break through. Scarlight makes a move to the inside and puts points on the board. Sociopath knocked out of bounds, has to go back. Scarlight coming around, looking for more points. Scarlight is through again. More points on the board. Sociopath is sent to the naughty corner along with another one of the Barracudas, and Scarlight gets through for more points. Now a 2 skater advantage for the Jaguars. Scarlight zips through. Five minutes to go in regulation play. Scarlight looking to beat the 2 blockers, gets through again. More points, but now Sociopath back on the track. Scarlight knocked down by Nene, and calls the jam. But not before the Jaguars put a bunch of unanswered points on the board. A little bit more than 4 minutes to go. Jaguars lead 125 to 107. Jaguars new jammer, number 26, Cherry Blossom. And number 27 in blue, Sylvia Rath for the Barracudas. Both jammers trying to get through the blockers. But one of the Jaguars sent to the naughty corner, giving the Barracudas an advantage. Cherry still pushing through, pushing through. Cherry is the lead jammer. Pikapunchu now in the naughty corner. Trisha Bite is our jammer in blue. Sorry, Sylvia Rath is our jammer in blue and is through the pack. 3 minutes remaining. Sylvia Rath on the scoring lap. Cherry Blossom, the lead jammer, coming up behind. And Cherry calls the jam. Jaguars 130, Barracudas 108. 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Blue jammer number 79, Killam Ripley. And number 9, Loose Speed, the jammer for the Jaguars. Loose Speed tried to come around the outside, cut the track, and is sent to the naughty corner, leaving Ripley alone to try and make up the points and get back to the lead. Ripley knocked out of bounds. Trying to come up through the blockers now. Ripley is through, closing the gap. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Ripley to the inside, passes again. Loose Speed caught up in the blockers. Oh, knocks them down. Goes through. Loose Speed is now on the scoring lap. Ripley gets some blocker help to the inside. Picks up some points, but Loose Speed is now behind the pack. Ripley calls the jam. 1 minute remaining. Jaguars still lead 130 to 121. Trisha Bite, number 404, the new jammer for the Barracudas. Loose Speed in the penalty box for the Jaguars. Big advantage going into what will probably be the last jam. Barracudas need to capitalize to stay on top. Trisha Bite down, up, and then makes it past. Trisha Bite is the lead jammer and has the opportunity to put this away. Loose Speed is loose. Both jammers on the track. Trisha Bite called for a penalty and gets sent to the penalty box. Loose Speed the only jammer on the track. Time has elapsed, but the jam will go until called or until time. Lou Speed is through and put some points on the board, putting more nails in the coffin, extending the spread. Red Jaguars are up. Trisha Bite back on the track with a lot of ground to cover, and 30 seconds left till the end of this jam and the end of this game. Trisha Bite to the inside, picks up a few points. 20 seconds remaining. Is there time? Trisha Bite skids to a stop in the near corner. 5 seconds. Lou Speed putting more points up to put it out of reach. There just wasn't enough time. And that was a nail biter to the end. Unofficial score. Blue Barracudas 127. Red Jaguars pulling away at the end at 138. And there it is, final score. Red Jaguars win in a thriller. 138 to Blue Barracudas 127. Stick around a little while longer. We've got our MVPs to give out. MVPs for each team and MVPs for officials coming up as soon as the names are handed to me. As soon as we get names. I'm done. It's a long day. I tell you what, it's one of those things that tomorrow it'll be a wreck. All right, just awaiting our MVP announcements. Who do we got? Who do we got?
Hello. Hello.
Officials, please get in here for your officials photo. Get up here.
I love your hair. That hair.
All right, everybody in here for the photo for officials.
Yeah.
All right, officials, stick around. We're going to do our most valued officials first. Most valued officials. Our most valuable skating official, Lone Bone. Come on up, Lone Bone. Our most valuable non-skating official. Happy to announce this name, our Jam Timer Kitty Cthulhu of the Old Gods. There's our most valued officials. All right. For the Blue Barracudas, most valuable blocker, number 64, Sociopath. And our most valuable jammer, number 71, Disharmony Kareem. And for the Red Jaguars, most valuable blocker, number 789, Handy Dandy. And the most valuable jammer for the Red Jaguars, number 201, Scarlight Express. There's our most valuable players. We thank you all for coming out.
Everybody.
On behalf of our skaters, our non-skating officials, our helpers, and everyone here tonight, I am Thomas Shredison, your announcer. We thank you. Great to see you, and we will see you next time.
Exactly. They go so fast. All right, 3, 2, get excited. You guys are good.